In this midweek Forex analysis, we'll be looking at the DXY, EURUSD, British Pounds USD, Australia USD, Gold, and USDJPY. We'll be starting our analysis with the DXY. DXY on my daily chart still have inner structure uptrend. We have this series of lower low, we have higher low, then we now have this inner structure movement on the DXY, which indicates we need a break out for us to look for any possible buy. So we need a break of this level, then a retest before we see a major buy for the DXY. So let's look at our weekly chart. So on the weekly chart, price close on weekly support level. So long price close on this weekly support level, this indicates we expect price to move to this next weekly resistance level. So we expect price to move to this resistance level this week. So let's go back to our daily chart. So on our daily chart now, we have price on sideways trend. So we expect price to follow the instruction of the weekly direction, which is we expect price to buy because price has collected this support level, this demand level. So we expect price to buy from this level to this region. So we expect price to break this level, then wait for a test, then we'll start looking for buy opportunity for the DXY to the top. So we expect price this week to buy to this next resistance level on the DXY. So once price break this inner structure before we start looking for buying opportunity for the DXY. So let's look at the EURUSD, which is our next pair. So EURUSD on my daily chart have this bearish rejection candle on the daily chart, which indicates reversal of price back to this support level. So let's look at the weekly chart. So on my weekly chart, if you watch my previous weekly analysis, I said price close on the weekly chart on EURUSD. So long price close on weekly chart, we expect price to move to the next support level. Then a break of this support level, we expect more downtrend. But if price fail to break this support level, we expect price to resume uptrend for this from this support level. So let's look at the daily chart. Let's go back to the daily chart. So on my daily chart now, what we expect this week, we expect price to move back to from this weekly resistance. We expect price to drive down to this weekly support level. Then a break of this support level, we expect price to push more lower to this level. So we expect more downtrend this week on the EURUSD. So we expect price to continue to push lower this week on EURUSD. So let's look at the British Pounds USD, which is our next pair. So British Pounds USD on my daily chart is one of the pair that have a good setup for me to trade this week. So last week we have this higher high, we have a lower high, then we have this lower high. So last week price closed below this higher low. Price tested this higher low, which then price did a reversal back to this weekly resistance level. So we expect itself from this level now. We expect itself from this resistance to this level. So a break of this level, we expect a retest. Then we expect further sell for the EURUSD, for the British Pounds USD. So you see, expect more further sell on the British Pounds USD this week. So let's look at the weekly chart of the British Pounds USD. So on my weekly chart, price rejected from this resistance level. You can see that price closed on resistance level, which indicates a reversal of price back to this weekly support level. So a break of this weekly support level, we expect price to push to this next weekly support level. So let's go back to our daily chart. So on the daily chart, we expect price to move to this resistance level, because to this support level. So because we currently have this price candle set up on the daily chart from a weekly resistance level, which indicates a reversal of price back to this weekly support level. So this week we expect price to move to this weekly support level. So that is what we're expecting this week, for price to move to this weekly support level. So look for your selling opportunity on the Great British Pounds USD this week. So let's look at our next pair, which is the Australia USD. Australia USD still have sideways trend. We don't have a clear trend yet on Australia USD. So let's look at the weekly chart of Australia USD. On my weekly chart, we have price close on the resistance level, which indicates we expect price to reverse back to this support level. Then break of this support level, see further down. If price fail, we see rejection of price back to the top for the Australia USD. So let's go back to our daily chart. So on the daily chart, currently we have this rejection candlestick, which indicates a reversal of price, for price to move to this next weekly support level. But price is currently taking a supply from this daily resistance level and also a weekly resistance level. So we expect price to remain on a downtrend for the Australia USD, but the price for sell on Australia USD is still not clear. So wait for better confirmation to sell the Australia USD to the downside. So let's look at our next pair, which is gold USD. Gold on my daily chart still remain bullish, but we expect a retest of this weekly resistance, previous resistance. Then we'll start looking for buying opportunity for the gold USD. So currently I have no clear direction for gold USD until you see price test this our support level before we start looking for any possible buying opportunity for the gold USD. So let's look at our next pair, which is the USDJPY. USDJPY still on the daily chart, price still on a consolidation. We expect price to break out of this high, then wait for a test, then we start looking for possible buying opportunity for the USDJPY. So let's look at our weekly chart of the USDJPY. So on my weekly chart, price is currently on support level, so we expect more buy so long we have price on support level on the weekly chart. So we expect price to break out of this region for us to have a clear direction. We expect price to break out of this resistance, then wait for further retest, then we'll see price pushing to this next resistance level on the weekly chart. So let's go to our daily chart. Let's look at the structure of the USDJPY, because I really have an interest on this USDJPY. On the USDJPY, we have this lower low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. These higher lows, this indicates a uptrend structure for the USDJPY. So we expect more buy on the USDJPY, but we need a clear direction. After we have a price close above this resistance, then we expect a retest before we look for further buy for the USDJPY. So that is my analysis for the USDJPY. Find this midweek analysis helpful. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to my channel for more weekly forex analysis and trading tips. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video.